Your website is the most valuable asset you have as a business. It's the one place where all your potential clients go just before they decide if they want to work with you. And it will help them decide which way is up to you. Everything you put on your website or leave off of it, the words you use, the sections you include, and the images you choose will help push that decision slightly toward yes or toward no. In this video, I'm gonna do something I haven't done before, and I'm actually gonna dip into the principles that I teach inside my signature paid program, the Profitable Website Launchpad, to give you 7 solid tips, tricks, and lessons that you can use completely for free to help your website get that yes. So let's jump into the first lesson. Don't be a hero, it's not your job. So many business owners make the mistake of positioning themselves as the hero on their website, but that's not the way to go. Your website visitors, AKA your future clients, hopefully, are the heroes on their own journey. They have a problem they want to solve or a goal that they want to achieve, and they're really looking for someone who's been through it before to guide them through that journey. So your job as a business owner is to position yourself as the mentor who helps them get what they want. The word hero sounds good, but the so-called hero in any given story isn't actually very heroic at all until the end. The mentor, however, they enter the story from that position of strength. They've already been there, done that. So you want to show your website visitors that you understand their problems and goals, and that you have the expertise and experience to help them achieve what they want. You want to make it clear that you're there to support them, not to brag and make yourself look good, right? That subtle difference right there is what'll make your website feel so different from your competitors. As it turns out, people inherently love talking about themselves. So when you have a business that wants to talk about themselves, meeting a client that wants to talk about themselves, they're at an impasse, right? The business can't break through because the client isn't interested in hearing it. So turn the tables by talking about your client. Suddenly, they're gonna be super interested because they can now see themselves reflected in what's being said on the site. And I'm happy to announce that this week only, the doors are open again for enrollment in the Profitable Website Launchpad. It's my start to finish video training program that's gonna take you all the way from zero through a strategic, fully functioning WordPress website that's live and online and 100% optimized for those yeses. I'll tell you more about it at the end, but just know that you can go to wesmcdowell.com/launch to learn more and sign up before it's off the table this Friday night. Okay, back to it. Launchpad lesson number 2. Benefits outsell features all day long. And that's mostly because people make purchasing decisions based on emotion 95% of the time. A great example of this is the story of Apple's iPod. So when it was first released, Apple could have focused on all the technical features of the product, like the storage capacity and battery life. That was what everyone else was doing. But instead, the marketing genius that was Steve Jobs marketed the true benefits of the iPod, that you can carry thousands of songs in your pocket and personalize your music experience. Now that resonated with the world on an emotional level and helped to establish the iPod as a cultural icon. People didn't buy the iPod just for its tech specs, they bought it because it made them feel good and it really enhanced their listening experience. When you focus on the benefits of your service, you connect with your customers on a much more emotional level and you make them feel good about their purchase. By highlighting how you improve their lives, you tap into something much more primal in your prospects and create a desire and a motivation to choose you. Okay, lesson number 3, but features have their place too. So remember how I said 95% of buying decisions are based on emotion. Well, that's not the whole story, my friends. It is true that decisions are first based on emotion, and for most people, that's enough. But for some, they're gonna feel the need to back up that emotional buy-in with logic, and that's why you still want to include features on your website. So they shouldn't be quite as prominently positioned as your benefits, but you absolutely want to show all the things that your clients can expect when they work with you, so that those more logical prospects can mentally start checking things off the list inside their mind, building up your perceived value in the process. And of course, inside the Launchpad, I break this whole benefits versus features thing down in detail with a really smart formula to help you uncover and talk about your best benefits and features in a way that actually is gonna mean something to them. All right, tip number 4, service pages are home pages. So I don't know about you, but whenever I search for a specific service in Google and I get to a page like this, I don't exactly love what I'm seeing, do you? This isn't good, this isn't nice, this is a pure SEO play, right? I'm supposed to read this and want to work with this business? Most service businesses put all this work and care into their homepage, but then they completely drop the ball everywhere else. So if you're crafting your homepage with all the right elements in the right order to, persuade prospects, wouldn't it make sense to do the same on your other money pages too? 100%, especially when you consider that a whole lot of people may not be going through your homepage to find you. They might be searching for one of your specific services, and that's the page that Google decides to show them. And you'll make a much stronger first impression if they see something more like this than like this. And I saved this one for lesson 5 because it's the 5-second rule. Nope, not that one. This is the rule that says that your website has about 5 seconds on average to communicate exactly what you offer and why that should matter to your future clients. If it takes any longer than that to process, they are gone, baby gone. So we're pretty much talking about putting some really smart strategic stuff right up top here in what we call the hero section of your page. And here's a really quick formula that you can steal. Use your big headline here to talk about the big time result that they can get or the problem that they'll get solved. Then in the subheadline, get more specific about how you deliver that result. That 1-2 punch right there accomplishes so much. It says what you do, why it matters, and it does it in well under 5 seconds, so people are gonna read it and get it and be like, okay, let's see what else they have to say. Okay, lesson number 6, always play your wild card. Now, this is a direct reference to a lesson inside of the Launchpad where I talk about how every type of service business there is can benefit from all the other sections I've helped them create. But at the end of the day, every business is a little bit different, right? So there's gonna be something that'll put those still undecided people over the top to decide to say yes to you. And that thing is gonna be a little bit different from what works for, Joe's mechanic up the street. And I go into 4 really powerful wildcard section types inside the Launchpad, but you generally just wanna start from the most common objection you get all the time, and then use a dedicated section on your homepage to rebut it. So whether it's through stats that help you make your case, or your unique approach and why you're different from the other guys, or even a mini case study, there are any number of ways that you can overcome that objection, and I go into some of my best ways inside that lesson in the Launchpad. And our next lesson is don't reinvent the wheel. There's actually an already worked out website flow that any service business can benefit from. This has come out of me working on service business websites for about a decade, and the more I tried, the more this layout was solidified for me, just because the results that it was getting were measurably better than with any of the other sites where, my client's objective was to go more creative with it. So here's the deal. Google actually did a study where they asked thousands of participants to rate a bunch of websites across all these different industries on how beautiful they thought each website was. And you may think that the people would rate the more creative looking sites higher, right? Well, it turns out the opposite was true. Time and time again, they upvoted the sites that looked simpler and had a really familiar structure, simply because that familiar feel allowed their brains to focus on other, more important stuff. The ones that people had to think too hard about what was going on and where things were, they found that distracting and off, which made them like it less. Now, this isn't to say that your website needs to feel cookie cutter, far from it. So within that overall structure, there's plenty of room to be branded and unique. And inside the Launchpad, I'll show you all of it. You'll start off with my proven site kit template, which lets you choose different section blocks to tell your story your way. But the cool thing is, no matter which you choose, you'll still be sticking with a layout that works. Then I'll give you all my best guidance on choosing the right images, colors, fonts, and styles, so it's still gonna look like your business in the end. And if these lessons get you at all excited about what's possible when it's done right, and you want to apply them to your own website to see more clients coming into your business every single day, then this is the week to get in on the action. My start to finish video training program, the Profitable Website Launchpad, is officially open for enrollment, but doors do close again Friday night at midnight Central Time. And here's what you're gonna accomplish by the end of the program with me virtually by your side every step of the way. So in Module 1, I'll help you create your magnetic sales message. All you need to do is fill out the online workbook with all your own unique details about your business and your clients, and the framework will do the rest. Then in Module 2, we'll turn all that raw messaging into the finished copy for every page of your new streamlined website. We'll also talk about choosing the right colors and images, all that fun stuff too. Then in Module 3, we'll get you all set up with your lead magnet that's gonna help you build your runway of future clients. And finally, in Module 4, that's where we bring all this new content to life and create your fully functioning, beautifully designed WordPress website. You won't need to start from scratch. You're gonna get my Pro Design Site Kit, which gives you lots of layout choices and will serve the content that we created perfectly. And because you get to choose your own layouts and it's all your own text, images, colors, and fonts, your site's gonna look completely unique to your business and like a pro designed it. And when you enroll, you get to join the members only Facebook group, which lets you ask me all the questions you want, which I answer each and every week in our live Q&A videos. So you get support from me personally. And this does come with a no questions asked 30-day money back guarantee. So if you enroll and you don't like it, all you gotta do is email my team asking for a refund. And as long as it's inside those 30 days, you're gonna get every cent back. So you've got nothing to lose here. Just click right here to see all the details. And if you have any questions about the program, just leave it as a comment below. And I'm gonna try to answer every single question I get personally. So click right here, and I hope to welcome you on the inside today.